completely capture the energy from the star. And so maybe we can see this video first. What do you see?
Could you turn off the temporary? Isn't that a sun?
Where would we find all the materials needed? And what can we do with this structure once we finally built it? This is what if. And here's what would happen if we could build a Dyson sphere around the sun. The idea of a Dyson sphere was, well, stolen from aliens. In 1960, astrophysicist Freeman Dyson theorized another civilization that found a way to meet their ever-increasing energy and space demands. They rearranged their solar system. This hypothetical advanced civilization built a hollow sphere around their own sun and provided themselves with an incredible amount of energy and habitable real estate. But what about us? How would we go about building this space-level structure? Theoretically, if we built a Dyson sphere, we'd have access to a colossal 400 septillion watts of solar energy. That's 1 trillion times more power than our entire civilization consumes today. The problem is, no known material is strong enough to handle all the space radiation. And even if we created one in very large quantities, a tiny gravitational pull towards the sun would make our solid sphere uninhabitable. Not to mention that it would be totally unstable. Every meteor strike would push a part of the sphere towards the star. But all these issues can be solved with a simple adjustment. Instead of building a solid Dyson sphere, we could build a Dyson swarm, a myriad of solar collectors with their individual orbits around the sun. Let's start with a small station, one that's able to provide the energy needed for this whole construction project. We begin on Mercury. It would become our space mine for the iron and oxygen we'd need. From those elements, we'd make highly reflective solar collectors. The giant mirrors would reflect light into a small solar power plant. From there, it would beam the energy to where we need it. We'd probably demolish Mercury entirely before we moved on to Venus, Mars, and the outer planets. Even nearby asteroids would be decimated. However, even just deconstructing Mercury would supply us with enough energy to power up our supercomputers and boost interstellar exploration. Maybe we'd even build Earth-like oases, large rotating space colonies in the habitable zone of our solar system. Maybe if we're lucky, we'd find other, more efficient sources of energy to help us master space travel, like artificially generated black holes. But that's a story for another What If.
That would be there. Very beautiful images.
So in this stage, I think it's completely a fiction structure because some problem with the Dyson sphere.
Okay.
But okay, so the history of the Dyson sphere is proposed by the Freeman Dyson in 1960 and become popular in the engineering and capture some attention from the scientists, and it gives you some futuristic vision. So it's maybe in this stage it's just a fiction. And how to design the Dyson sphere? First, you should produce some structure to layer the sun around our own sun, and also you have to consider the material, which material are suitable to create the structure, because you have to maintain the stability and also the stress, the heat from the sun and the stress from sun, you also have to take into consideration.
Okay.
Okay. And what the advantage of the Dyson sphere is, someday maybe you have to, if our resource, if our solar system, we run out our resources of our solar system, we have to go out to search other exoplanets, but it's maybe we cannot see that day. And the challenge of the Dyson sphere is, of course, there are some technology barriers because for now we cannot find any material to create this structure to lay our own sun. And also there are some ethical considerations because humans maybe will fight each other. I don't know. Okay. Also, you have to consider the environment and because there are so many tragedies in our orbit of the Earth now, and you have to consider how to handle this space trash.
Okay.
Okay, so this is again I want to introduce the Dyson Sphere program.
Okay.
It also can be found in the Steam and very cheap, about maybe $200.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a cheap game. So the feature of the game, you can explore each planet in this game, and each planet have their own mineral distribution and ecological characteristics, and also you can produce an automatic factory because you have to use the resources and to unlock some. Also, you have to unlock your technology tree in this game to maximize the efficiency to produce any maybe robots or some pipeline. And because the goal of this game is to build the Dyson sphere, so it's a big challenge. So you cannot only use the resource from our own solar system. You have to go out to search other stellar systems and to obtain the resources from other stellar systems. So you will you have to establish your route to transport these resources in between other stellar systems. So this is the route to build the Dyson sphere. So you have to there is a blueprint you can put the structure to layer the sun, and to once you develop the sun, you can harvest the energy from the sun, and you can see maybe there in the left top you can see the number of the energy can be obtained from if you build this structure, how much energy can be obtained. You can see the number in this conclusion of the Dyson sphere, so it's just maybe just a fiction, but one day we have to have some breakthrough to understand the cosmology of physics to build this big structure and use the energy from the sun in the future. So I will leave the conclusion here and take the question.
Okay, interesting topic. Thank you, Nancy. Okay, questions, comments? So can I start? Could you show the Dyson Sphere program's video? Maybe you can go to Steam or YouTube to show. And then I did that actually on my screen. And then the game looked like just shooting and killing each other.
No, it's not a shooting game.
It looks like, can you do that? Can you Google Dyson Sphere program and then it's just, it looks like a war game.
No, it's not working.
It is.
Really?
Maybe Tomo-san played a different game.
No, Dyson Sphere program. Can you, yeah, that one maybe.
Hello everyone, I'm Kibitsu. We have this solar system. 9, the entire cluster.
Sorry, could you go to
Oh
the war
my.
part?
So,
So,
I don't know where is the war
it's
part.
like, also, we'll be
This
snagging
is
those up.
building part.
Well, we
I think
luckily,
build
however,
all the part building the structure
and old power and mining.
to
I guess the Tesla power is new power.
oh, maybe this is just a
I know. I
beginning.
have established.
maybe it's just the beginning, and I think the war prize was added in recent.
It seems, I don't know. So in my video, the video I found that the people were fighting to.
Because people likes to see fighting scenes, maybe. So they only upload the fighting scenes.
Oh.
Oh, it's the
So once
the
you,
reason.
it's also possible to take someone else's Dyson Sphere by force and something like that. So, okay,
Okay.
interesting. Okay, any other questions? I did your points by asking questions. So, my student actually 2 years ago wrote a paper about Dyson Sphere. So
Okay.
this is
To black hole.
yeah. So this is a Dyson Sphere around the star, right? And we were discussing, oh, how about Dyson Sphere around a black hole? And then, he quickly wrote a paper. It was nice. Yeah, of course you can get more energy from
Yeah.
more massive black holes, and then can support a huge amount of activities. And then we published a paper, and then it was featured. Like 2 or 3 months later, it was featured by a lot of magazines, and then he was around the world on a magazine, like 400 magazines around the world. I'm surprised. It was just a quick, brief idea paper. Okay, what about this? It's a very short paper, and he was on the newspaper everywhere. He was getting calls from around the world for interviewing. Wow.
So it's still very popular in this topic.
Yeah, seems so. Okay, another question? Yes, please.
I'm just curious about when we build out a Dyson sphere, so we need to envelope the whole sun, right?
Yeah, we have.
So then the outer region, the sun's energy will be all collected by us, right? Then
Yeah.
there's no energy to outer region. Would they affect the whole system? Stellar
You
system
mean
or something?
if we capture all the energy from the sun
Yeah.
and
There's no radiative or something
so there were
for outer region.
the outer region.
Yeah.
I don't know.
because people living there, then it's a disaster.
Yeah.
Maybe
If someone build a Dyson sphere around the sun inside the Earth's orbit, then we have no sunlight.
Yeah, I just curious.
I think
No
we
sunlight.
don't need to worry about.
Other people. Right?
Yeah. Because if you can build this structure, you have enough technology skill to solve. I think to solve the problem.
Or to
Yeah.
conquer that planet.
Okay.
Okay.
And so basically, if we want to design a Dyson sphere, then the radius must be larger than Earth's radius, orbital radius.
Yeah.
I have a question. Maybe I don't know whether you mentioned or not. Maybe somewhere I missed. I'm curious. What material might be how can I say? What material will be the material of Dyson sphere?
First, you have to, because there were huge heat from our source, from the sun, and also the gravity. You should, you have to balance the force of gravity and also the radiation pressure. So they recently they have some candidate for candidate material to build the Dyson sphere, like the carbon fiber,
Carbon fiber.
but it's not enough, I think.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is there any material still in theoretical? It will be the better material.
I don't know the material science, so I cannot answer this question.
Oh, alright.
Yeah.
So there is no more better material but than carbon. I forgot the name.
Carbon fiber.
Oh yeah, carbon fiber. Is there no material is better than carbon fiber? Fiber? Oh, 碳纤维.
Yeah, but I think you have know the fate of the submarine of the Titan.
Oh.
So you'll be a trash in the sea.
Oh. Okay, think. So like the idea of Dyson sphere right now, is it like it can give us energy like for people on Earth? So the idea of Dyson sphere should be like around the Earth, right?
No, it's
Or
Around the
it's just
sun,
like an
around
idea.
it's around our sun.
Around the sun? Oh,
Yeah.
so like you're talking about, so for the interstellar logistics, the transportation routes, you're talking about like it's a problem for people to bring the energy from around the sun back to Earth, right? So that's
Yes.
more the idea of that? Okay, thank you. Because I was thinking if like we have Dyson spheres around the Earth, like on the planet, then like our people, like we couldn't see sun anymore, right? If it's covered by it. But okay. So yeah. And about the orbiting, so like the idea of Dyson sphere, it should be like orbiting around the sun. So
Yeah.
it wouldn't be like in a specific
It,
space, right?
well, it will not be in a specific position because you have to use the robot maybe to orbit our sun like a bubble or net.
radiation pressure from the star and then gravity of the star. And then, depending on the material, it decides where is the best orbit. That's in my student paper. He did calculate that for black hole. Another thing about that paper is he predicted how does it look like Dyson sphere around a black hole, and then predicted it look like this color, this kind of brightness, blah blah blah.
That's cool. So how does it look like around that?
Well, interesting question. It should have two peaks. There will be another peak in infrared. Oh, I like infrared, right? Because when the civilization used energy, there will wasted heat. Like, for example, you use energy to do something, right? Then heat is released, right? Say, I don't know, you create electricity, then heat is released. You drive a car, heat is released, right? So then this heat is going to be another radiation in infrared. So he proposed, if you want to find a Dyson sphere, you look for this infrared emission. So actually I'm looking for a student who try to find this signal. You might be, okay, I'm sure you can find candidates. Because, in astronomy happening, there are a lot of objects. So, okay, this may be Dyson sphere, you can say that in your paper. I don't think that's true, but then magazines will like it, right? And TCH students might have find the Dyson sphere. Isn't that good for magazine? Gossip magazine?
Whoa.
Yeah, you will get more attention if you find one.
But I mean, it's impossible to prove it, right?
Yeah.
We have no proof.
Yeah.
Right, so you can always say it's a candidate. Do you want to do that? I mean, it's
No. I won't do
probably
that.
easy. Maybe I suggest to new students. Okay. No more questions? Yes, yes.
So the sun also blow up like solar wind. So
Yeah.
can the Dyson sphere harvest this solar wind or just let them
Harvest the
break
solar
down
wind.
your sphere?
I don't know. The solar wind is particle,
Yes. So
right? So if the material can maintain, maybe it could do this. I don't know. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, so if it's stable, so if solar wind is stable, then we build a structure to balance, to hold the pressure against the pressure from the solar wind, right? But then, sometimes stars have flares, right? From the burst of solar wind, right? Then I'm not sure if it's very difficult to build to such a structure to hold against these kind of flares. Because even our sun, we have sometimes solar flares, right? Solar flares for our sun. Our sun is very, stable star, but still, so we sometimes have solar flare, and then we have a lot of cosmic rays sometimes that breaks some satellites, things.
Yeah.
It's even more problematic for black hole if there's an jets from black hole. Okay, then now do you have a quiz?
Okay, I will prepare.
It was a very interesting topic. Thank you very much.
Dyson sphere.
A very short quiz.
Okay.
Okay.
number one last week, right?
Yes.
Eh? Who is fake me? There's two Tomos. Okay. One of them is fake. We have everybody?
Nine. Oh,
10.
10 people. Okay.
Oh, everybody got
Yeah,
it.
it's a very
Good.
simple question.
Oh.
So, eraser. So, Charlie,
Oh.
limitation. Okay, yeah. So, you have to against the gravitational force.
We need the best material.
Yeah.
How could we detect those preset Dyson's figures
Yeah, if they have a
around a
system.
distant star? Oh.
Did you talk about this?
I don't, no, I didn't talk about this, but
Didn't you mention?
no, but I think Tomo-san mentioned
That's
the
why
stress
this.
observation strategy.
Yeah, that's what we discussed in
I
my
think-
student paper.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it is the one and only way. So far.
Only way.
So far. I mean so far.
Maybe.
We have no choice but observing the magnitude. Magnitude? Yeah, whatever.
We can only observe the flux of the gravity.
Yeah.
So the next question.
What are some alternative design or concept related to Dyson sphere? Huh. Proposing Dyson or net alternate. Yeah, whatever. Oh.
Good. Oh, I was too slow.
Jason.
Jason.
Oh, Jason again.
It's only 8 points, no?
Yeah.
So Jason was a little faster than me.
Yeah,